survives that one. And last time England met in a Hong Kong final, Ben Gollings was there for the win. They struggled against Russia. I just wonder what impact that might have.
Certainly there'll be certain questions being asked, I'm sure, but England, while they've kept their own counsel throughout this week, they've been training on their own and have not been the best social side here in Hong Kong this week.
Anthony Moyes, the referee from Australia. Here's one of the big men, this powerful triumvirate, Trevor Annis, fed back by Iono. And Uali Mai has been there, done it. And now it's with Tom Yosefo. He's their quickest man. Yosefo against Lindsay Haig. Lindsay Haig managed to get himself between the ball and the player, but did he touch it? I think he did. So it's going to be a 5-metre scrum. Good cover, though, from the young scrum half. Is he limping a little bit? This guy has been quite a revelation, hasn't he, Tom Yosefo?
Yeah, taking over the mantle of Michele Pessamino, the last year's player of the year. Unfortunately injured and off form as well, but they've certainly unearthed a gem in Tom Yosefo.
And so it will be scrum put in to Uali Mai, just 5 metres out. Tense moments these. Who will get the early confidence, the first score? It's a bit of a mess. And a quick tap taken by Uali Mai, dives underneath, and I think will have scored. The referee says what? Consults with the in-goal touch judge.
Did you say grounding?
Did he ground it?
Grounding of the ball?
I think so. There it is. Well, Uali Mai, the little maestro, the 32-year-old, who has now scored his 136th try for Samoa.
He has been playing in Spain of late, but recalled, I think it was for the Las Vegas Sevens, and proving his worth once again, driving hard and low through the tackle of Ben Gollings. Just about got it done. Yeah, there it is, on the whitewash, and that's good enough.
A good call, not easy when they see it in real time for the in-goal touch judge there. Uali Mai, well, he was destined to be going to Sale Sharks. He ended up in El Salvador in Spain and is free now and been freed by his club to return. And somehow they just lift their game when he's around. That's James Rodwell with a great take from the restart. He really has stepped up to the plate, particularly with the injury to Isao Ndamu. A little knock-ons that, well, count so much more in sevens than they do in 15s. Just 7 minutes each way, remember, and we know now that New Zealand are in the final. So old rivals it will be, whether it's Samoa or England. England and New Zealand, of course, top of the table at the moment. And a lot of points available here. It's a bit of a shambles. Gollings tries to get it away. It's a knock-on by Samoa.
We mentioned the big guy, Alafotifa Osiliva, on the tight head and scrum for Samoa, but I tell you what, James Rodwell gave him what for there. Very strong as James Rodwell.
Yeah, he's done a great job for England. One change in the England squad from Las Vegas, the number 9 there. The young man, Oliver Lindsay Haig, just 20, had a spell with Quins, and one of the products, 5 of them altogether from Millfield, who, well, produced a lot of rugby scholarships and a lot of good rugby players as a result. This is Gollings, still going strong. The one survivor of 2006, when England last won here. Won 3 in a row, 02, 03, 04, under Joe Lydon, who really lifted England's sevens to new heights. And there's Ben Ryan, who's done a great job, and this, without doubt, England's best start to the season, with the win in Dubai and then 2 cup finals and a semi-final in the last tournament, Las Vegas. Change of tactic here, and the pace now. This is the pace of Navasa. Gollings in cover, has to release, can't hold on for long. And the referee says no, it's Samoa who infringed by not staying on their feet. Oliver Lindsay Haig likes to go on his own quite a lot, and takes out a couple of defenders effectively there. James Rodwell, Matt Turner. Turner, oh, has he got away? Not quite. He's lost his shorts, and Rodwell goes. The tackling back, superb from Samoa. You'd expect that of them. And the ball released. Now it's Ualimai. Possession back to Samoa. Weighs up the odds. Has he got the pace to beat Barden? Barden against Ualimai. It's on the bounce. And well played the Royal Marine with the head strap for that cut he had earlier. Very slippery surface. It really has affected the game. And he's still down at the moment, but a knock-on. And Samoa lose a golden chance. And there, well, his tough customer, isn't he? Greg Barden, the 29-year-old, born in Australia, had a spell with Bristol and has been a regular for the Royal Navy in Combined Services and a Marine since the age of 16.
Yeah, bruised and battered. Barden came under pressure from Officer Trevor Ennis and came in over the top. It's going to be advantage England, but it is almost a try. Walimai not having the pace of old, perhaps, but tremendous work by Afa Ayono initially to claim that ball for Samoa. And it's a tight match once again.
And two teams who, you know, really had to expend so much energy in the Cup quarter-finals. Samoa just got past Australia 15-12, and England, and if you haven't seen the earlier games, England played Russia, making their first ever appearance in a Cup quarter-final, and they beat Russia 10-7. It was that close, and it was only really at the death and a bit of a lucky bounce that got England off the hook. 7-0 to Samoa. We're down to 1 minute 45. This is Gollings. Tight and slippery and difficult circumstances here as Alafoti Fa'asaliva does good work again. Ualimai. This is big Trevor Ennis, and a poor pass from the forward. Referee says it was a forward pass anyway, and it'll be a scrum to England.
Yeah, good smuggling there by Alafoti Fa'asaliva, but didn't amount to anything really, and this has been the best ever start to a season by England. 3 cup finals and looking for a place in a 4th cup final where, of course, they've got a love affair with the Hong Kong Sevens.
Indeed, a lot of support, of course, always here. I think most of the players feel this is their favourite stadium. Well, they've certainly had a terrific time here. Previous players, apart from Gollings, the only one left from earlier. Oof. This is the dancing feet of Dan Norton. Now it's Oliver Lindsay Haig, perhaps hung on a bit too long. Does that sometimes. He had support with Cracknell. The ruck was hand in the ruck. England get the penalty. And this is Norton again. This is rather static here. England a bit slow to get into organisation, and Cracknell does the right thing. He says, right, let's set it up again properly. Gollings to Turner. Turner fancies his chances here. Lovely out of the backhand to Ben Gollings. Ben Gollings gets away. The chase by Yosefo, though, he's so quick. Acceleration remarkable, but the support is there. But did England knock on? I think they did. However, it's not going to be that. It's going to be a yellow card. Not against England, but against Samoa. Well,
yeah, impeding the passage of play, I think the decision was, Nigel, as James Rodwell tried to pick it up.
So, what a chance for England as the final hooter is set to go 2 meters off the pitch, and it's a lovely dummy run by Ben Gollings, and England come round to get into the contest. Afa Ayono, what a loss at a crucial point in the game, and he'll sit out the early part of the next half because that's the last player of this first half.
Top point scorer ever, Ben Gollings. He's been knocked about a bit this weekend, but this is the man that you'd want in the trenches when there is a place in the final at stake, and he's done it many a time before, and he's done it again for England. He's drawn them level with Samoa at the break.
And his individual 214th try in his 67th appearance. So it's really on a knife edge, isn't it? But England know that they can start the second half level and with the advantage of 1. Then runners up twice in a row to New Zealand in George and Wellington. It's 7-all. It's 6 though against 7. Rodwell taken in the air, and Fao Saliba living dangerously there. Sometimes, though, it's a very difficult thing. The commitment may be a little bit too early, and you know, I know it's a very dangerous time, and it's got to be refereed very tightly. But I do think sometimes it is almost impossible to judge.
Well, it is, in physical terms, it is the battle of the lightweights against the heavyweights, isn't it? England, probably one of the lightest squads, if not the lightest squad in the tournament. And Samoa, we know, are big hitters, but Saliba on that occasion didn't make an effort at all. He just barged into James Rodwell.
Yeah, the onus is on you to make sure you don't touch the player when he's in the air catching the ball. So Iono, well, came on the scene really with a vengeance last season, having been very much a substitute player, but they're missing him now on the bench still for another, what, probably a full minute. A minute is a long time in one of these games. This is Dan Norton again, thinking about the outside, drawing the defenders across and trying to create some opening on this side. He's got Rodwell to switch to. Only he goes past, but Alafoti Fao Saliba is there to check him, but this is Barden. Barden scored a try in the last round and is, well, was in with a half chance there. And now it's Norton. Norton dancing away, a little shimmy and through to give England the lead. And a nice grin from the 22-year-old. Scoring, what, his 6th try of this tournament.
Yeah, he hasn't had too many opportunities, but Anthony Moyes was playing advantage to England, and we know of the dancing feet and the skills of Dan Norton, and that's a crucial try for England.
No alternative to pace. 12-7, important kick really, this for Ben Gollings. Not this time, not this time. Just counting up how many he's scored. 746. 47, in fact, including the one earlier in this game. But it's only a 5-point margin. And they're back to their full complement. That's a well-judged restart kick. Brilliantly taken, though, one has to say, by Simaika Mikhaili, one of the veterans of the piece, and still a powerhouse. Feeding it out to another one. Alafoti, Fao Saliba. Now then, the chase is on. Turner missed him. Gollings goes back. Alafoti, Fao Saliba is going to go under the post, and that's why that last conversion was so important. Under the post, and that could give Samoa the lead. Well, what a sterling effort. This man, really extraordinary, who notched up his 100th try. And this is a forward of that weight, but the pace is exceptional for someone of his size. And that is one of the most important tries that he will ever score.
He's known as Mr. Strongman. Just have a quick look at Walimai adding the conversion. Oh, look at this. I'm a big fan of Alafoti Fao Saliba. He was shortlisted, of course, for Player of the Year on the circuit last year, and that was snapped up by Michele Pessamino. But look at the pace, look at the power of Alafoti Fao Saliba.
And there's almost a look of confidence and arrogance at the opposition. Not unpleasant, but my goodness. I'll tell you what, you want him on your side, wouldn't you? 14 points to 12, a quarter of the tie to go. And another great catch by Mikhaili. Did it last time as well. This time the pass is poor, and Fao Saliba, probably a mistake really to put him straight into the front line with that pass. He was still recovering, he was still breathing deeply, and the pass was a shocker by the standards of the skills these days.
Yeah, he's not the man you'd want to ask to do that sprint again so soon after scoring a valiant effort under the sticks.
Well, like I said at the start, it's always close between these two. Intense rivals. And Samoa, remember, lost their last 3 meetings all this season against England. Norton switches it. Oliver Lindsay-Haig, he takes everything but the ball. I think England might have recovered it, but it's a bit loose, and there's a penalty to Samoa. Advantage will not accrue. They'll come back for hands in the ruck. That's a crucial decision.
It certainly is. Now then, what will Walemai do here, I wonder? Will he be tempted by the potential of 3 points by taking a penalty, a drop goal at the post? Force England to get the try?
It'll only put them 5 ahead. I don't think he will. Just looking there at the number of errors, the knock-ons and things. Can't overestimate the slipperiness of the surface here. It's caused a lot of trouble, certainly with the boots. Don't they have studs these days? Trevor Annis drives on. Half chance here, but the man didn't stay on his feet, and England will get the ball. 1 minute 45 to go. Just beyond their own line. 5 penalties against Samoa. How dearly will that cost them? Dan Norton, and it's Faris Saliba. If he doesn't take him, there's Uali Mai. That's all, and Rodwell inside, and Rodwell's here against Iono. Rodwell still goes, and Norton, he's caught just short. Can he reach it? Yosefo with a brilliant cover tackle. England surely must score. What's happened? It's still on the line. It's not. It's over, and it's a try for England. What drama in the last minute of the game. And from nowhere, Chris Cracknell came to follow up. And surely with Norton, you'd said it's a certainty here with Rodwell, the two of them. Brilliant cover, but what a finale to it. Watch. And you saw Cracknell then just coming into the scene.
And a tremendous effort by Tom Yosefo. They're two of the fastest men in the sport, Tom Yosefo and Dan Norton. It might have been a penalty because Simaika Makaele, I thought, was impeding, but anyway, the referee Anthony Moyes was right on the spot. You see Chris Cracknell dot it down. I thought perhaps that he just nudged it forward, and wouldn't mind having another look at that one.
Well, a lot of question marks on that. Well,
what's the touchdown here, Nigel?
That's what I'm wondering about. That's just before it, of course. This angle, I mean, obviously the referee doesn't get the... That's what I think. Oh, there.
It was a bit scruffy, that's for sure.
It's a horrible one, isn't it? And who'd be a referee? It counts anyway, and that's what matters. Half a minute to go. Samoa, last chance coming up. There's the hooter. It's into the hands of Simaika Mikaele, not the quickest, but one of the strongest. Desperation here for Samoa. The pile-in and a penalty to Samoa. England coming in on the side. And here come maybe the last chance. Oh, it's gone into touch, and England have won. They're in the final. The little mistake at the end, the pass meant to go into the hands of Alatasi Tupu, and England were by a whisker again. Last time it was Russia, this time it was Samoa, and they beat Samoa for the 4th time this season and move into the final to face New Zealand, and that will be the 3rd cup final between the two of them this season. Let's go down, and very relieved, undoubtedly, surely, Ben Golling.